am your host, Danielle Winningham. And if you know me, if you know anything about me, you know how much I absolutely positively love social media. Hey, Tia. Hey, Barb. Hey, Stacy. I love social media. But one thing that we have to do in order to move to the next level now is we got to tell the truth about stuff. Hey, Wanza. Happy New Year's, guys. Hey, Tashik Pennington. Hey, L. Francis. Now, you know, share the video. And since we're talking about social media, I'm going to be giving away a copy of my digital product, social media takeover, which will help you create your social media marketing calendar, right? Now, I love social media. I'm not going to lie, but it's some stuff that we've been taught about social media that's keeping us broke. There's some myths and misconceptions, right? So again, make sure you share the video for an opportunity to win a copy of my social media trends digital product. Hashtag shared so my team knows to pick you, because they're going to be picking people today and tomorrow. So hashtag shared so they know to pick you. But let me get into these some alternative facts. We not gonna call them lies no more, right? We gonna do what the Republicans do. We're gonna call them alternative facts. Now, 5 myths and misconceptions that are keeping you broke about social media. The truth is that when used correctly, social media can easily make you 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 figures. Look at your neighbor and say, wow. The very brutal truth is when used correctly, social media can make you 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 figures. I know if I can do 7, it's people doing 8 and 9. I've done 7 in a year, 7 in 14 months. So I know if I've done 7 and I've done 6, there are people out there doing 8 and 10, but you don't know what you don't know. And because of the way social media works, watch how I break this down. And if you haven't shared yet, make sure you share, hashtag shared, for an opportunity to win my social media takeover digital product. It's caused us to be lazy to a certain extent as it relates to our business. And there are certain things that you used to have to do in your business before social media that because of social media, people don't think you have to do anymore. And that's a lie. That's a lie, y'all. So let me get into it. Hello? So number 1, because of social media, you don't think you need to talk on the phone to people to close the sale. Come on and say ouch now. If I was to go through the average person's phone log, you guys are not closing the sale on the phone. You think that social media is going to close the sale for you, and it will close, operative word, some sales. But if you're going to make 10 using social media, I'll make 100 because I'm going to get on the phone. And that's a big difference. It's a big difference. You think that because you got this whole social media, thank you, Timothy, for sharing, that you no longer need to talk on the telephone. And that's a lie. Discovery calls are a critical piece of any business. Every new prospect. Some people will make an instant decision. Let's talk about the types of people, right? Let's talk about the types of people. There are 3 types of people, and I learned this in sales a long time ago. Number 1 is the type that will see you and make an instant decision that they either need your product or need your service. No more convincing needed. Right? Y'all got that? Number 1, the first type of person. And if you haven't shared the video, make sure you share the video, hashtag share. Number 1 is that person that will see your product or your service and immediately decide, this is my resolution, and I'm gonna work with this person, come by hook or by crook. That's number 1. Number two is that person that's going to see you and start talking themselves out of working with you. They're going to see you, know that you're the person for them, and they're going to start talking themselves out of working with you. Number three is the person that's going to see you and need more information. Hey, Pamela. So it's three types of people. Now, if your business sales need improving, I challenge you to start opening up the phone lines, talking to more people on the phones. And in doing so, I can all but guarantee you'll double or triple your sales. Anybody need to double or triple your sales? I need you to type in me. Is there anybody here? Anybody? Is there one amongst us? Is there one? Is there one amongst us that needs to double or triple your sales? I need you to type in me. And the key to that is getting people on the phone. Now, you can't just get folks on the phone. You got to know what to say. You got to know how to navigate that. Did you see what I said? You need to know how to traverse that conversation once you get them on the phone. You can't get on the phone with them like they your girlfriend. Somebody, hey, girl. Somebody, girl, what you doing? Hey, girl. And Karen had a good question. How do you approach that? Ask them for their number. I can give them a call on. I have a whole process on how to fill your funnel with discovery calls, on how to get people involved. And I'm going to be teaching that tonight in my sales team training. What I'm doing tonight, bit.ly/supersales18. bit.ly/supersales18. I'm going to be teaching you how to recruit, onboard, and train a sales team. And part of that is teaching them how to do discovery calls. The piece I'm going to teach you is how to get the discovery calls lined up in the first place. But once you know that, who's going to call all these people back? And for most of you, the answer is not you, because you ain't going to want to talk to them on the phone. You're afraid. So go to bit.ly/supersales, because that's one thing I'm going to be teaching tonight. What do you actually say to get them on the phone, number one? And what do you say to get them to say yes, number two? Anybody need that? Say me. Because see, what you think is, you think you don't need to sell because you have social media, but that is a lie. That's lie number one. Number two, and a lot of my clients have had the discovery call training, and they will tell you it's amazing. It is amazing. It will switch your mind about getting on the phone with your customer. Number two, you feel like because of social media, you no longer need to network offline. You feel like that because of social media, you no longer need to get dressed and show up at networking events. You feel like you no longer need to get dressed and show up at conferences. There's going to be a replay. You know that, April. If you miss it, we always send replays. And we're going to send replays because some of y'all are going to need to go through it every time you train a new sales team. There's not a person on this broadcast, and if you haven't shared the broadcast, make sure you do, that does not need their own sales team. It is the way you speed up revenue generation in business. You can only call so many people. You can only reach out to so many people. You can only do so much by yourself. And if sales is your weak spot, if sales is what you're not good at, you definitely need to be there tonight. Listen to me. I was talking to Van on the phone. And I said, Van, my technology person, Vanessa Collins, I said, Van, people don't think they need a sales workshop. Van said, I rearranged my whole day for this workshop. Because if you want to double your business, you've got to double the effort. And remember, this year is about living our best life. So when I say double the effort, I don't mean your effort. Look at your neighbor and say, ouch. I am tired of working hard. All my life, I had to fight. I said, I am done. I'm done doing things the hard way. And if that means I gotta sit still for a day, a week, or even a month to figure out a way that I can double my effort without working harder myself, then that's what I need to do. I am tired of working hard. If I wanted to work hard, y'all, I'd have stayed at a job. Can I get an amen? If I wanted to work hard, I would have stayed employed. So when I prayed this year about my financial goals, and when I asked the Lord to expand my territory, see, you got to be specific when you pray. Can I get an amen? When you pray, you can't just say, Lord, send me. You got to ask the Lord how you want to receive it. Somebody ain't shared this broadcast because you hating, but I ain't going to be mad at you. Somebody ain't shared this broadcast because you don't want folks to know what you about to do, but I ain't mad at you. But if you're really going to do the right thing, you'll share this broadcast so somebody else can hear this. Now, when you pray, you got to be specific about your prayer. So when I ask God to expand my territory, when I asked God to expand my harvest, I was specific in asking him, but don't make me plow harder. I'm going to let y'all catch that. I'm going to let y'all catch that. I'm going to hold up. When I prayed, I was specific about saying, I know the word is specific. I don't need corrections. I got dictionaries and thesauruses. I got more books at my house than the average library. But I say that for a reason. I was specific about saying, expand my harvest, but don't make me plow harder. Don't make me plant more seeds. Don't make me work my crop from sunup to sundown. Expand my harvest and allow me to reap what I've already sowed. See, if the truth be told about most of us, we've been sowing seeds all our life. Raise your hand. How many of you have been sowing seeds of some type all of your life? You have helped and helped and helped till you was blue in the face. You have helped others so much that you can't even hardly help yourself. All my life, I have helped. I've been of assistance. I've been the go-to person. I've been the shoulder to lean on. I've been all of that. And so what I asked the Lord, I said, guess what? This year, let me get a bumper crop. And I don't want a bumper crop because I'm out working from sunup to sundown. I want a bumper crop because I've already sown the seeds. Wait a minute. It's about to get deep. And so the Lord said, in order for you to receive a bigger crop, it has to be more hands. But listen, Linda, listen. In order for you to receive a bumper crop, it has to be more hands, but they don't have to be your hands. And that's the problem I have with most of you, is you won't let it go. You won't let anybody else touch it because it's your baby and they might mess it up. The bottom line is if you want a bumper crop, at some point you're limited as to the amount that you can harvest with your bare hands. And so until you bring some people on board to help you with that crop, you're going to struggle to get that bumper crop out of the ground. Wait a minute now. I'm just being honest with you. So you got seeds that you've planted, but because you won't get help, you're going to let your crop go bad? You better think about it. There's not a business, nonprofit. Did you need me, baby? I'm online.
Yeah, I was trying to look for the red benefits. You said it was French toast, but I don't see it.
Let me send you a picture. All right. Let me tell you something. Listen to me. There's not a person on here, and I don't care what kind of business you have, that doesn't need a sales team. Because your business is sales. I don't care what it is. If you've got a ministry, you're in charge of selling the gospel. Not for money, but for belief. It's your word. It's your job to expand the gospel. If you got a nonprofit, you're selling a cause. And if you've got a regular business, you're selling products and services. And so the bottom line is, where is your sales team? If you're in the sales business. Hey, Arnisha. So that's why you need to be developing a sales team. And I'm going to teach you how tonight. bit.ly/supersales18. 5 lies we've been taught by social media. Number 1 is we no longer need to use the phone. Number 2 is that we no longer need to network. Number 3. Let me see a 3 if you're ready for number 3. Number 3. Come on now. Let me see it for 3 if you're ready. Number 3. Oh, there go Angelia with her 3. Come on. There go Lady Outside with her 3. Come on. There go Gloria with her 3. Somebody want it. D. Marie want it. Dolores want it. Okay. Tashik want Nicole. Number 3 is that social media replaces relationships. Let me tell you something. Social media is a conduit to increase the number of relationships that you have the potential to build. I'm going to repeat that. I'm going to slow it down. Social media is the conduit that increases the number of relationships that you have the potential to build. Did y'all catch that? So social media puts you in front of more people. But if you're not deliberate, right? Did you see me, Arnisha, get it? Chop, chop, screw, chop, chop, and screw. Did you see that? But if you don't use the connections that you get from social media to build more relationships, your business will still be broke. And please, don't think that inboxing people your most recent video, your most recent product, that's not how you use social media. When people inbox me stuff and I don't know what it is, and they haven't said, hey, D, da, 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 I say, what is this? What is this? Relationships are everything. Inbox messages, they are nothing. They are nothing. How many of you have been irritated because somebody that you don't know out of the blue inboxed you? Raise your hand. Say me. We not going to lie to kick it. Arnisha, I started this by saying I love social media. Dolores said I had 40,000 shares and no sales. I started this by saying I love social media, but it is not the end all and be all. You must still know and practice sales. And I'm going to be teaching for the ones that believe me. I'm going to be teaching you tonight at 7:30 p.m. There's a replay if you're not available. bit.ly/supersales18. Alta V said she had to unfriend 6 people. I just started blocking people messages because what you're not going to do is interrupt my day. And I don't even know you like that. It's not being mean. It's not being arrogant. But if you haven't taken the time to write me a note to tell me what you're sending me and why you're sending it to me, then it's not to me. It's spam. I don't eat spam and I don't read spam. It all runs my blood pressure up. Hello? If you're watching, please share the video. Make sure you hashtag shared so you can get opportunity to win a copy of my digital product, Social Media Takeover, which is an amazing way to get your social media calendar in order. I love social media, but it is not a replacement for a relationship. I don't eat spam and I don't read spam. I don't. And that's right, Teresa. Facebook changes so much that the crux of your business is relationships. You can't sell to somebody that you do not have a relationship with. Bob Berg says in Go Givers, and Go Givers Sell More, that people have to know, like, and trust you in order to do business with you. You really think social media is it may eventually, but come on now. You got to do better about your business. And if you really love your business, you'll invest some time understanding how to grow your business. So we've already said the first 3 lies, the first 3 bad habits that's keeping you broke in social media. And that's absolutely right, Jacinta. Go back to the basics. Use social media as a catalyst, but you still need a background to connect with your customers, and that's your sales team, and that is discovery calls. So number 1, use the phone. Number 2, don't forget the power of networking. We're going to be doing millionaire networking events all over the country, designed to put you in the room with the 7 people that are going to get you closer to 7 figures. You need to have a relationship. Like Verizon used to say, who's your top 5? Who's your top 7? Who are the 7 people that you need in your life to get closer to 7 figures? And for each one of those roles that you feel, you're going to get closer to 7 figures. And I'm not talking about your average stale networking event where everybody's just sitting around looking at each other. I'm talking about an event where everybody gets to introduce themselves, an event where everybody is vetted, an event where everybody is geared towards earning their next 6 or 7 figure. I'm talking about serious networking. I don't, not trying to be funny, but I don't want to leave my house and go to a networking event and talk about your children and your husband. Because to be honest, I got my own. If we're not talking about making deals, if we're not talking about partnering, joint venturing, and moving each other forward, it is a waste of my time to be here. So since I can't find the type of networking events that I'm talking about, I'm about to create them. But be on the lookout for one in your neighborhood real soon. And don't be in here amening and amening, and then when you see me in your neighborhood, you can't even bother to get dressed to show up. Don't miss your 7 figures because you won't show up. We said you better use the phone. I'm going to teach you tonight how to not only train your sales team, because you need one. Yep, we got Atlanta on the map, My entire calendar will be out next week. And like I told you, I'm not coming to every city. So some of y'all gonna have to get in the car and drive a little bit. I'm just saying. So we said, number 1, stop acting like you can't use the phone. Social media does not replace your telephone. Number 2, stop acting like you can't network. Most of y'all, I'm actually getting ready to write a book called The Power of Networking to teach you how to network online and offline. Most of you won't get dressed, but you don't know how to really network online either. It's a shame. You don't know how to network online or offline. You think because you own Facebook, you're networking. And that's not true. You think because you own Instagram, you're networking. And that's not true. Let me teach you how. The right way. Number 3, building relationships. Do you know what I told my class the other night? If you don't have nothing but a phone and a PayPal, you can build your business. If you don't have anything but a phone and a PayPal, you can make 6 figures a year. Most of you are so caught up in technology, which brings me to number 4. You think that you're going to be successful through your automation, and you're not. You're not. There's no way to automate success. If you could, I have more funnels and lead magnets and all that running than the man in the moon. You cannot automate your success. You cannot Hootsuite your way to success. You cannot post planner your way to success. You can't email funnel, website your way to success. It's impossible. The only criteria for being successful is, can you get people to say yes to your products or your services? If you got it, if you got that, say me. I want to make sure before I say another word, thank you, lady outside, that you get that. The only precursor, the only qualifier for you to have more money and more success is, can you get people to say yes to your products, to say yes to your services, to say yes to watching your show, to say yes to buying your water? Well, everybody has control, Dan, of their success. And it basically boils down to, how many people can you get to say yes? And the world has you fooled in thinking it's all of this other stuff. But the bottom line, if you can't sell your way out of a wet paper sack, your business is doomed. Unless, somebody type in unless, because see, there's always an alternative. If you're not good at sales, if you're allergic to sales, if you don't like sales, if sales makes your head hurt, you are doomed in your business. Unless, type in unless. Type in unless. Unless you align with people who like sales or who are competent to do sales. And that's why you need a sales team. See, I wasn't even going to teach the class tonight. Tonight was about me training my sales team. And when I told my technology manager that I was training my sales team, she said, you should make it a workshop. I said, Van, these folks do not think they need sales. They think they need websites and email funnels, but they do not think they need sales. But I'm going to tell you this. You're either going to learn it yourself or align with people who are good at it and will support your business. Everything else means failure. So the workshop tonight is how to recruit, onboard, and train a sales team. How many of you need a sales team? Say me. And if you say me, I expect you to invest the $59. I need to see you tonight or catch you on the replay. But stop playing with your next level. The link is bit.ly/supersales18. If you don't learn anything else this year that has the capacity to double, triple, or even quadruple your sales, it's the class I'm doing tonight. Now, when you see this class again, it'll never be $59 again. I already told Van, I'm going to turn it into, who is Rakisha Coleman? Talking about why you ain't got no hair. The same reason you ain't got no mama. I know that wasn't right. I slipped. I'm sorry. I'm back. BIT, can you guys type it in on Periscope and Facebook? bit.ly/supersales18. I'm sorry, Angelia. I slipped. I'm like mayhem. I said I was going to be good this year, y'all. I said I was going to be good, but you know, even the best of us, we slipped. Hey, Eunice. We slipped. I'm sorry. I'm back. And let me tell you, I know, Arnisha, let me tell you why that happened. Why that happened was, instead of her sitting here and trying to get a blessing with the information, and even if you don't, everybody got a mama, Marissa. Marissa said trolls got mamas. Everybody got a mama. Even if you don't come tonight, what is going to happen in your mind is you're going to realize every time you call that bank and you don't like what's in that bank account, you're going to realize it's because you're not moving your feet. Now, you always have to say to yourself, if I'm not going to move my feet, then who can move on my behalf? How many of you still have a full-time job? Say me. Watch this now. Watch this now. How many of you still have a full-time job? So if you still have a full-time job, you got to be thinking to yourself, who's doing my business? Who's operating my business? Who's working in my business while I'm working in somebody else's business? And the answer to that should be your sales team. Listen to me. You want to get out of your full-time job? Listen to me. I want you to answer this. While you're at work, while you're working your full-time job, who is working your business on your behalf? Hey, DePaul. Hey, Darius. And if the answer to that is nobody, you need a sales team. I'm going to show you how to recruit one. David, this is a virtual event, so anybody can attend. I'm going to show you how to recruit a sales team. I'm going to show you how to onboard them and get them started. And I'm even going to show you how to train them. And it will never be $59 ever again. I can guarantee you that the next time you see it, it's going to be 5 or 6, because sales knowledge is the most valuable knowledge you could ever possess. It never gets old. It never goes bad. Once you learn it, you know it for life. It's like riding a bike. Once you know it, you can never regress. Oh, I got you to smack that buy button, April Beverly. Listen to me. You either going to do this the hard way or the easy way. And I prayed for the easy way. I'm sharing the easy way with you. Don't keep going down a hard path because of your lack of belief. You cannot automate your success. It's impossible. I love social media and I love automation. But at some point, if you don't build community and build relationships, you won't have anything. The lady earlier said, I got 40,000 shares and no sales. And I love when Darius does his social media workshops because he always shows us somebody with 1 million+ followers that ain't making no money. Somebody look at your neighbor and say, wow. There's not a day that goes by that I don't see somebody with 4, 5, 10, 20 times as many views, 20 times as many followers, and ain't making a dollar. I need you to understand today that the only numbers that matter in your business is sales conversion. Followers, likes, shares has absolutely nothing to do with your ability to have a profitable business. Social media lied to you. That is a social media myth. That if I get more followers, I'm going to have more money. No, unless you know how to convert those followers into clients, you'll be just as broke with a bunch of followers as you were with none. Now, I don't know about you, but I would rather have money in the bank than I would a whole bunch of followers. Do you agree? Say me. If you agree with that, say me. I would rather have money in the bank than I would a whole bunch of followers. If you agree with that, say me. Because see, this is where we set our priorities. You could have followers, and more followers. But if they're not spending $1 with you, this is what I hear people say. I got 5,000 friends on Facebook. If they was to all give me $1 each, well, you don't know how to get $1 each out of them. Sorry. So at some point, you have to reprioritize your social media goals. Social media should be used to connect. But don't be afraid to come offline and convert. I'm going to repeat that. Social media should be used to connect. But do not be afraid to come offline and convert. And if you're afraid to come offline and convert, build you a sales team that's going to do it for you. Success, you can't automate it. If you could automate success, hey, Mike, if you could automate success, wouldn't everybody? I don't think you get it. If you could automate success, meaning if there was some formula that I could put together and I didn't have to ever talk to anybody on the phone, I didn't have to ever build relationships, I didn't have to ever, come on now, I didn't have to ever go to a networking event. I didn't have to leave my house. Don't you think everyone would be doing that? Social media lied to you. You gotta hustle, which brings me to number 5. The reason social media lied to you is because social media has made you think that you're anything other than a salesperson. Look at your neighbor, say, wow. Social media has made you think that you're everything but a salesperson. If you're an author, you're selling books. If you're a coach, you're selling advice. If you're a multi-level marketer, you're selling product. If you're a mechanic, you're selling car repair. If you're a pastor, you're selling salvation. If you're a charity, you're selling your cause. Social media has allowed you to make what you do so grandiose that you have forgotten that the baseline of who we all are is salesmen. If you're a lawyer, you're selling legal advice. If you're a doctor, you're selling medical advice. And everyone from any child that can speak until any elderly person is in sales. Your children are selling you on the fact that they need to stay up till 9. They're selling you, thank you, Tasa, thank you, Alyssa, on the fact that they need a new cell phone. Your husband is selling you on that guy's trip. You're selling your husband on that new pair of shoes. The baseline of the human dichotomy is sales. But it's the one thing that everybody wants to say that they're not. But you are. So with that being said, once we've aligned with the fact that we're all salespeople, everybody's a salesperson. You got to choose whether you want to be a good salesperson or a bad salesperson. Right? Now, we all know the bad salespeople. The car salesman with the shirt open. You can see his taco meat on his chest with the gold chains on. We already know who the bad salespeople are, right? We know he's selling you this car, and his car ain't gonna make it 4 blocks before the transmission goes out. We know what the bad salespeople look like. But you're also a bad salesperson. Listen to me, because it's about to get real deep. And I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm trying to help you. You're also a poor salesperson if you have a product or service that can change someone's life, but you can't get people to say yes. If you're a health coach and you can't get people to sign up to be healthier, you're a poor salesperson. If you're a life coach and you can't get people to sign up so that you can help them change their lives, you're a poor salesperson. If you're a relationship coach, but nobody will let you help them fix their marriage, you're a poor salesperson. See, we have a global responsibility to understand the art of persuasion and what makes people say yes. Now, let me tell you something. I can't offer a product that I don't believe in. I can't. And you shouldn't either. But if you believe in your product, if you believe in your service, if you believe in your ability to help the world, if you believe in the quality of your goods, then you have a global responsibility to learn how to get people to say yes. And that's the truth. Do you want to know what one of my biggest regrets are? For those of you who don't know, I was a vice president at JP Morgan Chase. I was in corporate America for about 30 years. About 16 of those years, I was at Chase. My biggest regret is that it took me so long to learn how to transition into being an entrepreneur. And I think about all of the people that I shoulda, woulda, coulda helped had I only been in position. Now, it does you no good to be in position if you cannot get people to say yes to your product or service. And that's what tonight is about. Tonight is about if you don't have the heart, if you don't have the courage, if you don't have the time, right, to go out there and be your own sales team, you need to develop one. So go to bit.ly/supersales18, SUPERSALES18. If you guys could type that in, that would be great. The workshop, because I'm training my sales team and my team asked me to put this workshop on the market, is only $59. The next time you see this workshop, it's going to be priced in the hundreds because that's what it's worth. See, what you don't understand, if I just teach you how to sell one thing better, a $20 book better, and as a result of my teachings, you're able to double your book sales, that's money. Well beyond $59. And you know what, Patty Harper, I'm going to be honest with you. Is there a such thing as supply and demand? Wait a minute now, because I don't mind debating. I don't think that there's a such thing as supply and demand, and let me tell you why. It can be a restaurant on this side of the street, and it can be a restaurant on this side of the street, and people are going to go to the restaurant that they like best. Even if it means they got to wait in line an hour, even if it means that they got to sit on the stools outside and eat, people will go where they want to go. People will go where you have persuaded them to go. Absolutely, Patty. And so if you're wondering why your products and services are not sold out, and I can honestly tell you that we sold out over 12 multi-week courses last year, over 30 workshops, 2 conferences, 2 retreats, sold out. Because we know how to get people to say yes. And when you don't know how to give people what they want or give people what they need, regardless as to how good your product or your service is, no one is going to say yes. It's not the quality of your product or your service. It's you. It's your knowledge. You don't have a business problem. You don't have a money problem. You got a sales problem. And until you fix it, you could have the best product in the world and no one's going to know because you don't know how to educate them on the benefits of your product. That's the truth. So the link for tonight, if somebody could type it in Periscope and Facebook, is bit.ly/supersales18. I am not, you know what, Eddie, let me be honest with you. Eddie said, I will buy dirt from you. You that good. It's not about being good, but I'm going to teach you tonight some of the background. And part of that is I believe that this workshop will help you get more money. And it's much easier to offer somebody something when you believe in it than when you don't believe in it. Some of y'all don't even believe in your own stuff. Some of you don't even believe in your own gifts. Don't even believe in your own products. Okay, thank you, Tamisha. Yeah, baby, be on it. Facebook be on it. You can't share a link so much that they gonna mark it. But yeah, it comes from your very own belief system. Do you believe in you? Do you believe in these ideas that God has given you to launch? Do you believe in your ability to impact the world, to change the world, to make things different? And it all comes from your skills in getting people to follow you, getting people to say yes. Thank you, Angie, for the super hearts. I appreciate you. So tonight at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, I hope to see you there. I'm not going to do this again anytime soon. And if I do, it won't be at this price. It'll probably be a $25,000 sales boot camp. Felicia Day said herself, she went to a sales boot camp that was $1,000. And I can all but guarantee you, you're not going to learn what you learned tonight. So for those of you who have a job, you need to get, and I'm going to show you how to get a team for free. Did I say that? I'm going to show you how to recruit and onboard a sales team for $0 out of your pocket. It doesn't get better than zero. The only way it could get better than showing you how to build a sales team and recruit a sales team and onboard them and train them without spending $1 is if we could get them to pay you. We might even be able to pull that off. Hello? Guys, you don't get the fact that it doesn't always take money to get money. See, Falashade said her sales training didn't even teach them to hire a sales team or touch on recruiting. Where are these people from the Wish Factory coming from? Somebody said, I wish I had the money so I can join in. Somebody else said, I wish I had $59. Guys, can I give y'all a commercial? Can I give y'all some free coaching? If you need it, say me. If you need it, say me. I just a brief, and if you haven't shared the video, please share the video so somebody else can see this. Just a brief bit of truth about money. There is no such thing as lack of money. There's only lack of effort. I'm going to repeat that. There's no such thing as lack of money. There's only lack of knowledge and lack of effort. Now, if I needed $59 right now, let me tell you what I would do. And this is the old school me. I was telling one of my clients an idea today about how to generate some revenue. And I laughed and I said, girl, I didn't have money longer than I've had money. Hello? I spent more years without money than I've had money. So there's no such thing as I wish I had $59. What I would do is I would deliberately get up off my assets and I would start to walk around my house to see what I had of value. And I had a lady tell me this story. She said, I went into my kitchen and I saw flour and I saw butter and I saw sugar. And I remember these tea cakes that my grandma used to make. She said, so I set about making these tea cakes. And once I got them made, I wrapped them real pretty and I left my house. She said she needed $700 for her rent. She said she was gone 3 hours and she made her $700. See, she didn't sit and wish that she had $59. She got up off her assets and she went and generated $59. So if you're on Team Wish, and the link again is bit.ly/supersales18. And y'all type it in for me on Periscope and Facebook. So if you're on Team Wish, I encourage you to quickly leave that team. Somebody look at your neighbor and say, leave that team. Leave that team. Because my grandfather used to tell me, wish in one hand and poop in another one and see which one fill up the fastest. You got to stop wishing for stuff. Leave that team. Leave Team Wish alone. You live in a free commerce society. That means you can go buy a case of water for $2.50. Buy 2 cases for $5. And you can stand in traffic and sell them ice cold bottles of water for $2 each. Let me get my calculator. So you got 48 bottles of water that you about to sell for $2 each. You just made $96. $96. And I'm going to tell you something. People do it every day. People do it every single day. They stand in that corner. They go to the parks. They go to the gyms. They go to the football fields. They take 2 cases of water and a cooler. So $5 for 2 cases of water and $1 for a bag of ice. You know, it all boils down to how bad do you want it. It's easy to be on Team Wish. It's a little bit harder to be on Team Do. So I need you to type in right now what team you on. Hashtag Team Wish or hashtag Team Do. Because Team Do makes it happen. Team Do understands that every morning when you wake up, there is something that you have in your hands that will generate revenue. I know women who are on government assistance. They get their food stamp money and take it and sustain their catering business. Christopher, I don't care that you wouldn't buy water for $2. I don't. And if you got that much of an opinion, I suggest you do your own broadcast. But what I'm telling you is there are people buying bottles of water. $2 is cheap. You can go to a football field and you're going to spend $7 for that bottle of water. You go to a concert, you're going to spend $7. Basketball game, $7. So, Christopher, I don't care that you wouldn't spend $2 for a bottle of water. Let's not talk about Perrier. Let's not talk about Fiji. Let's not talk about Voss. Let's not talk about the name brand waters where people are spending $5 and $6 a bottle at the grocery store. So, Christopher, I really don't care if you're the one person in 7.4 billion that won't buy their $2 I'm trying to put somebody on the hustle bus. Because not everybody is going to buy everything. Not everybody is going to buy Big Macs and Whoppers. And not everybody's going to buy fast food. But the bottom line is if you can get enough people to say yes, you can change your situation. And from a business perspective, I don't care about the people that tell me no. I only care about the people that tell me yes. But if I'm not asking anybody, can't nobody tell me yes. That's why I'm teaching that sales class tonight. Because you can either sit in your house and remain broke, or you can get up and change your situation. I don't, Eddie. I eat real good food. I do. So the bottom line is you can either belong to Team Wish. I sure wish I live in a different house. And if you haven't shared this video, make sure you share. I sure wish I had a different job. I sure wish I had more money in the bank. I sure wish my business would grow. I sure wish my husband would treat me right. I sure wish my kids wasn't crazy. You can either belong to Team Wish and you can sit there and wish about that situation changes all day. Yeah, you lost out on that one, bro. Or you can say to yourself, I want more. And I can, but I don't, Eddie. I bake bread now. I changed that. You know, I used to cater so much. Let me tell you, my kids were going to private school, and their tuition was about $27,000 a year. And I only made $25,000. Do that math. Do that math for me, y'all. Do that math. My kids' tuition was $27,000 a year, but I only made $25,000. And I still had to pay rent. I still had to pay car notes. So what did I do? I did everything I could. I made gift baskets. I baked cakes. I catered weddings. I did it all. I did it all. I did it all. And so when people come to me and they're on Team Wish, I don't understand it. I don't understand it because I refuse for my kids not to have. And even now, I pay my kids rent. I pay their tuition. I have 3. I pay their rent. I pay their tuition. I pay their car. Well, they don't even have car notes. I pay cash for their car. I pay their insurance. Why? Because I quit Team Wish a long time ago. And I joined Team Do. And every morning when I wake up, I say to myself, what has God provided for me today? And I start to get on the lookout for my blessings. See, you got to have a bolo on your blessings. I'm a business coach. You got to be on the lookout for your blessings. Some of you have grown blind to just how educated you are, how smart you are, how many skills you have. It's not one among us that doesn't know how to do something that will generate revenue. You can sit and keep kids all day. We've gotten to the point where people need help watching their parents. You can sit and watch parents all day. You can babysit dogs and cats. You can walk folks' dogs. But you cannot belong to Team Wish because you'll stay broke. Hey, Tamira, and that's the truth. Be careful what you speak out of your mouth about your next level and about your finances. Everything is possible. Everything. Read that in this little book I like. Yeah, you got to have a bolo. Tamira is fine. Shamira gonna have you on them vegetables over there, Eddie. I don't need a 401k. I don't even have a job. So guys, tonight, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, don't miss your blessings. If you're struggling to grow your business, if you're struggling to grow your revenue, it is your bottom line that needs help. And the only way you help your bottom line is you increase your sales and you increase your sales conversion. And if that's not something that you're capable of, if that's not something you're capable of, let me help you. bit.ly/supersales18. Coach love you. I hope you leave Team Wish. I hope you realize just how blessed you are to live in a land where you can just wake up with an idea, a magic marker, and a cardboard poster. And you could go outside and walk up and down the street, and anybody that says yes to your idea will pay you. You can get on Craigslist. You can get on social media. All you need is one person to bless you. And it changes the trajectory of your life. Stop being broke intentionally. All you have to do is be deliberate about changing your life. There is somebody somewhere that needs what you have. It's just like God told Moses, what's in your hand? A lot of people don't want to hear that, but I'm so zero tolerance for people that say they can't afford when we live in a land that you can afford anything. So again, if you're tired of struggling, hey Tiara, with your bottom line, I'm teaching a class tonight that teaches you how to, for no money, recruit, onboard, and train a sales team. Don't miss the workshop, especially if you struggle with sales. There's too many people in the world for you not to have the help you need. bit.ly/supersales18. And for those of you who have jobs, I want you to ask yourself, who is working my business while I'm at work? Who is working my business while I'm at work? And if the answer to that is nobody, then I'll see you tonight at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Who's working your business while you're at work? And if the answer to that is nobody, you can't miss this workshop. bit.ly/supersales18. I'll see the smart people. I'll see the next level business owners tonight at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Talk to you guys soon. Coach love you.